So we've had a fixture shuffle around, and today we're going to get the first league game of the season and then the first leg of our Champions League qualifier. Welcome back to Tudor's Travels. Yes, welcome back. We're here for the first league game of the season. We're at home to Shakuma in the DSTV Premiership. And we've got Ndu in goal, Nguyen, Acquire, Bowie and Sone. It's the back four, Marican and Carl George in midfield, Bunting, Schwartz and Roberts behind Daniels. Of course, in yesterday's episode, we lost in the MTN 8 Cup to Orlando Pirates. So we're going to look to bounce back for that, start our league season off right. Last season we came so close to winning the league title, so we need to start our season off correctly and get points on the board, because of course that is so crucial in getting a sustainable challenge, is getting the points as early as possible. And Shakuma with the early highlight from kickoff, long ball downfield, and Bowie wins that header. Roberts brings it down to George. Marican. Bowie. Into Schwartz, back to Marican, gets it back to Schwartz. He looks over the top of Daniels, nods it down for Roberts, gets it back. In for Bunting, and Bunting hits the outside of the post. It's gone out for a goal kick, and that's a big early chance for Cape Town Spurs. They take the lead. Just realised that's not changed back automatically to a league table. Let's do that. So you can see how things stand with the league. Sone with the throwing. We're 15 minutes into this game now. Schwartz to George. He looks forward. Daniels brings it down somehow on his chest. Into Bunting. Bunting for a second chance, and he finds the back net this time. Lerato Bunting makes it 1-0 of his first goal, of course, of the season. And we have the early lead, and this was, for me, all about Daniels. That's a wonderful take. He finds Bunting. Bunting just turns on the afterburners, gets past his man, and slams past the keeper this time. Tries to place it past him on that first one, hits the post, and this time he just rockies it past him. Into it with the throw-in, though, for Shakuma. Can they get a pretty quick response here? They can't if they're going to be playing like that. Aqua to Marican. Nguyen. Lock it between them, now into Schwartz. Keeping the ball alive and working it well here. Bunting again. In for Daniels this time. Daniels has men around him and shoots early on. It's a simple save in the end for Murray. He looks downfield. Bowie wins the header and Nguyen wins the second header. And now Bunting can run at his man. Can he find a cross? There's two in the box. He stands one up towards Roberts. Flicked on, and Daniels coming in the near post to tap home and make it 2-0. 20 minutes into this game, and we are pretty comfortable now. And Roberts did really well. He'd just get this back into that dangerous area. Bunting's great cross. Roberts just knocks it down. Daniels coming across his man. Nobody tracks him. And he volleys home for 2-0. And as things stands, apparently that puts us top of the league. Supersport are winning 3-0, so I don't quite get how. It appears the latest scores aren't fully updating on the league table, because you can see Orlando Pirates are 3-0 up. Free kick comes in, Bowie heads clear. We're not going to get to that second ball. Can we stop the cross? We can't, but we win that first ball and win the second ball. Now Bunting, chance to counter-attack. Can he find Daniels? He hesitates. Still Bunting though. Can he find a cross? It's drilled in, and it's a tackle, and I think it's off the back of the defender, maybe on the ground, the second shot. And it's scrambled clear. The highlight does continue. There we go, it does end. But it's Sone now with the throw in. More highlights coming in this game. Nguyen, Marican, George. Bowie down to Nitsone. In for Roberts. George is tackled cleanly and now cleared downfield and a potential counter-attack on here. But we do force him all the way back, and the keeper's a long way out of his goal here. If we can win this ball, maybe there's a chance. Bunting chips it over for Daniels. He's 1-on-1. Surely got to finish. And he fires straight into the hands of the keeper again. It's another big chance come and gone there for Daniels. But at half-time, we're 2-0 up. Doing well, but we can definitely find another gear. Stay focused. Don't allow complacency to creep in. That's demotivated Daniels. You're playing well. Keep it up. Schwartz. See on a 6.8. Okay, that didn't work either. I was trying to get the complacency out of his system, but it's it all. Bringing it down that wing. Pulls it backwards, though. Ball into the channel for Radebe. Cross comes in. Headed clear. And shot from range goes over the bar. I think Schwartz might be our first substitution here. We'll see what happens after this highlight. Sitol easily past his man and he fires over as well. And Schwartz is going to come off. He's complacent. He's on that booking. Diamani's going to come on. Actually, we're going to bring on Pamal. He had some good runs of form last season. Scored some decent amount of goals as well. So we'll let him come in and see what he can do. And with 20 minutes to go, let's take off Marican. And Nkosi, he's also complacent though. So I don't particularly want to bring on him. We're going to drop Roberts back into midfield. We're going to bring on Nkube for Marican, and we're going to go 2 up top. And stick you in as a poacher. And the final change, let's take off Bowie for Equenia. And corner, Pamal delivers. Daniel's header. It's off the bar and over. Another chance come and gone for Daniels. He could have had a hat-trick easily in this game. But with 10 minutes to go, it looks like we're going to run out comfortable winners. We've dominated this game, really. There has been a couple of chances for Shikuma, but only one shot on target all game. Pamal with another corner, and he's flicked just high and wide this time from McQueener. 3 additional minutes, we're going to run out 2-0 victors on the opening day of the season, and that is a lovely little result for us. Sets us up nicely for the season, I think. I think it does set us up really nicely for the season. It's a team that we should be beating, admittedly, yes, but it's always nice to, you know, actually get the result in these sort of games, because these are games that can trip you up and can cost you massively. And if we just take a look at the table, you can see it has finally updated. No draws on the opening day of the season. 8 teams winning, 8 teams losing. We've sat in 4th on goal difference and goals scored behind Sundowns, Supersport United and Orlando Pirates on 3 goals each. Next part of this episode will be that first leg of the CAF Champions League preliminary first round against Olympique Real de Bangui from the Central African Republic. So that's going to be coming up in just 1 second. So our first leg of our Champions League ties here. We're at home to Orb in this first leg of the preliminary round. We've got Tony in goal, Nguyen, Akuya, Bowie and Nguyen as the back four, Marican and Carl George in midfield, Bunting on the on the right, Roberts on the left, Charlie behind, Daniels in the centre. I know my left from right, obviously. Just testing all of you lot. God. Hopefully we can get a nice result here in this first leg and not have to worry too much about the second leg. Obviously, it's very early on in the season, so all the points we can get in the league makes a huge difference. So we could potentially rest a couple of players in that second leg. That would be wonderful. We are in the white, they are in the green. We are attacking the left of your screen. Bunting into Roberts, into Daniels, and Daniels should have scored. He really should have made that 1-0 there. Another early chance in this game. Look how many chances we've had in these opening 10 minutes. 6 shots with 1 on target so far. Is their goalkeeper also wearing green? That could get very confusing. Yes, he is. But green shorts instead of black shorts. Yeah, that would never be allowed in real life. George into Daniels. Plays a 1-2 with Bunting, who now gets the ball back to Nguyen. Cross comes in, Roberts' header, and it's over the bar and out for a goal kick. The officials are still wearing purple boots as well. We've not had a purple boot update for a while, but yes, there's still a thing here in South Africa. Acquire out to Nguyen, into Charlie. First time to Bowie. Charlie aim for Bunting. That's a wonderful ball, and Bunting, another chance come and gone. That's multiple chances we've had so far, but we've not found the back of the net. We probably should have done. 25 minutes in, Bunting's corner. Maricani hits the post, Acquia keeps it alive. George hits one, and what a goal from Carl George to make it 1-0. We've had all of these chances, but sometimes it just takes a little bit of magic to break that deadlock. It was unlucky for Maricani to hit the post. Acquia kept it alive. George, one touch to stop the ball, and then fires across the keeper and into that top corner for 1-0. Sanga's goal kick now, and we win that header, and Bunting's going to bring it down. And Nguyen was initially blocked off, but he's allowed to continue his run now. Drills one in, and it's cleared out. It's going to come right back in, though. Bowie. And Nguyen on this near side now. George flicks it to Charlie. In for Daniels. First time for Roberts. Roberts shoots, and he kills it round the keeper. Little bit of outside of the boot action there, I think. From the way that ball moved, it's going into the back of the net. It is 2-0 to Cape Town Spurs. And this is what I wanted. I wanted us to have this this commanding first leg. Wonderful strike from Roberts, like an arrow, into the back of the net. 27 minutes in, we are 2-0 up. We've had 17 shots, 5 on target, none for them so far, like not even a single shot yet. Throw-in is cleared out, and they win that first header, but Marican picks up the second ball. Acquire, playing it between Nguyen, Bunting, continues his run. It's Bunting, out for Nguyen, back in for Bunting. Can he find a pull across? He can. Roberts can't quite get there. Ball back in, Bunting's header, and it's wide. And there's been a couple of times now where the crosses into the box haven't quite been the level that I'd hoped for. But this has been an absolutely dominant first half of football. Can we go and make it 3 in this final minute? Switch of play. Nguyen to Bunting. Marican comes back to Bowie. George over for Roberts, knocks it down. No, Nguyen just runs at his man. Finds a cross, and it's a penalty. Daniels went down from a push, apparently. I mean, the ball certainly was not playable from there. VAR are checking, and the penalty has been awarded. This is the chance for 3-0. We've played 30 seconds more, 40 seconds more. Marican steps up, straight down the middle. It's 3-0 to Cape Town Spurs. And a quarter of the way into this tie, we have a very, very healthy lead. And I think we're in a good position now to make it through to the next round. But of course, a lot of football still to be played. Don't let your performance levels drop. Everyone apart from the goalkeeper no longer complacent. It's Charlie to Bowie. George, who kicked the scoring off, back to Bowie. Tone just taking his time now, looks downfield, which Bunting is going to win, but the header only falls to an opposition player. A little bit of pressure coming from Daniels, though. Bowie wins the header. Marican's going to bring it down. He finds Bunting. First time to Daniels. Holds it up. Marican, Charlie, Bunting. just looking for us to knock that ball over the top, and that's him for Nguyen. First time in, Daniels has to score from there, and he does. Potential offside. VAR will be having a look at this. I don't think he was. I think he was onside. And the goal has been awarded, so he must have been onside. I mean, this ball out here was fine. And then, yeah, it's cleared onside. Daniels did well, just gets in there and cushions that header back across the keeper. 4-4-0. Let's just take a quick look at the lines. I mean, it's close. It's a lot closer than I thought. You can see with the little bit of a flash, it's basically level. So it was tighter than I thought it was. Nguyen with the throw-in. I'm going to make a couple of changes after this. Bunting brings it down, gives it back to Nguyen, crosses into Roberts in the back post, who can't miss from there. And that now is 5-0. Second goal from Roberts in this game. Bunting did really well. I mean, initially he wasn't challenged at all. Floats it in, and this is just a tap-in for Roberts. Easy, easy, easy goal. 56 minutes into this game, we're 5-0 up. Acquire can come off McQueen. Daniels can come off an in-cube. And let's take off nobody else at the moment. I don't know if we get any more subs, so we'll keep hold of them just for the time being. 30 shots, 10 on target, 5 goals scored. Compared to 0, 0, and 0 for them. George into in-cube. Hopefully he can grab a couple of goals here and build some confidence as well. Which Charlie might be the one that's coming off next. George across for Bunting, brings it down on his chest. And Nguyen back to Bunting. Cross comes in. Charlie's header just wide. There, and let's go bring on Schwartz. And we've got just over 15 minutes to go. Let's see if we can make any more changes. Can we take Roberts off? We can't. Okay, so that's all 3 changes made. So we took off Charlie for Schwartz. So Roberts still has a chance for the hat-trick in this game. As we force them back to the goalkeeper. 5-0 should put us through to the next round. You think I'll be able to arrest a lot of these players in that next leg. Tackle, forced to bunt in, and that's 6-0. And as we were talking about 5-0 being, probably should be enough, 6-0 almost certainly should be. Absolute domination for us here. Bunting just over to Roberts. I mean, this was a decent recovery tackle, to be fair. It was just unlucky that Bunting was steaming in, and he just slots it past the goalkeeper. And absolutely wonderful performance, and it's not over yet. We're still getting highlights here. George. Schwartz out for Nguyen to Roberts. Stands the cross up. Bunting's header, and it's clipped the bar and gone over. They finally had a single shot, a solitary shot all game compared to our 36. Possession slightly got a bit more even now, but still 58% for us, 60% for us. As it goes to full time, it's 6-0. That is an incredible performance from us here. Yes, it's against a team that we should be beating and beating comfortably. You've still got to go and do the job, and that should really put us through to the next round. So, yeah, a very, very good performance here. And because of how comprehensive that first leg was, I think I'm going to go and play the second leg off camera. And we'll come back for the first round. Whenever that's going to be. So that'll be Monday's episode. We'll come back for the first round of the Champions League and whatever games are around there. But if you haven't enjoyed this, please do hit the like button, subscribe, comment, share, all of that good stuff. And we'll see you on Monday. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.